Welcome to this week's Fundraising Friday. This week, we're talking about volunteerism and some of the ways that you can help recruit more volunteers to your organization. Since the pandemic, volunteerism has been down across all sectors. And what are some of the ways that you can bring some volunteers to your organization? Specifically, we're going to talk about focusing your volunteer efforts on the different generations and what their needs are so that you can match your needs with theirs, and voila, you have more volunteers. So, what do I mean by that? First of all, let's talk about Gen Z. Gen Z are people who've been born since 1997. They are the most likely to volunteer. Remember, this is the group who grew up with having mandatory community service activities during high school. They are motivated by gaining career skills and learning opportunities. These are people who tend to be in the beginnings of their career, and so they are motivated to try and move ahead. They also prefer recruitment strategies that are going to leverage social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So make sure you are on those platforms if you want to recruit volunteers of this age, and make sure you're using them for recruitment. Next, we have the millennials. The millennials were born between 1981 and 1996. They are passionate about making a positive difference in the world, and they very much value work-life balance and family well-being. They're driven by a sense of community, of material well-being, and they too want to develop new skills. So make sure you are building volunteer opportunities again that help them develop new skills. They want flexible opportunities for volunteering, and they also want family-friendly ones. So don't just look to recruit the parents in a millennial household. Think about ways that they can bring their children with them as well and volunteer for your organization too. Next, we have Gen X. Gen X are people born between 1965 and 1980. They're looking for valuable, meaningful experiences. They want a sense of usefulness, and they want an opportunity to meet new people. These tend to be people either at the height of their career or those who are just getting ready to start thinking about retirement. They also value flexibility in volunteering, and often they will volunteer through their employers. So make sure you're looking at employers as possible ways to get volunteers for your organization. This is also the group who is starting to experience empty nest. So think about ways that you might leverage. They're still working, but they have more time in the evenings as they are becoming empty nesters. Finally, we have the baby boomers. Baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. They are motivated by active aging, by a sense of well-being, and wanting the opportunity to pass their skills along. Many of these individuals are either retired or are approaching retirement age, and they want to retire very actively, very gracefully. Communication wise, they prefer more traditional means of communication. Things like phone calls, in-person meetings, even emails are good ways to reach this volunteer group. They want opportunities to share their skill, and they're also looking for less physically demanding tasks as they age. So as you're looking at your volunteer activities, do they match the generations that you're trying to recruit? Or are you trying to recruit baby boomers to do a very active task for your organization? Think about how you can connect your needs with their desires, and you'll find that you have a match made in heaven. That's this week's Fundraising Friday. Thanks. Have a great weekend.